to our very first game of the evening. It's going to be a ZvZ on Dusk Towers. This first player, the Blue Zerg, he is
Invasion Esports, PandaBearMe.
And his opponent up here on the top right. Looking pretty in pink from Psystorm Gaming. It is
Psystorm Gaming, WarreN.
right. Very important thing has happened. Both players have built overlords, so we will not have either player in the land of madness. It's one of those little tips that you can learn. If you can scout your opponent's second overlord, you know, okay, no early pool. Why? Because it's the second overlord. It's impossible to build one early because you spent 100 minerals on an overlord. So both of these players going to be nice and comfy, taking their expansions at about the same time, but a little bit earlier pool here for PandaBearMe.
Yeah, nothing significant to yet. This is pretty much the standard safe macro opener in ZvZ at the minute. Hatch gas pool doesn't really delay your pool too much, and actually going gas too late can be very unsafe because the difference between having speed and not having speed is very, very often game ending.
Yeah, and I mean, just like if you mine 25 more gas than your opponent, that's another Baneling. One Baneling, as we all know, can absolutely change the course of early ZvZ. For those of you who are new to the ZvZ matchup, usually we see lots of Zerglings and Banelings. It's very volatile, very crazy kind of a matchup in the early stages. And at some point we move over to Roach. There is an occasional player that will skip the whole Lingbane thing entirely and go right to Roach, but it's very, very difficult to pull off, and it's almost rough-esque in its level of rarity.
Yeah, much, much harder in Legs to the Void as well. Was a little more common, particularly some players like to play a gasless style where they'd skip Lingbane Muta, Lingbane, and go straight to Roach, particularly Violet like that. And yeah, it's much, much more difficult in Legs to the Void because you just can't get the wall off in time that you need to be able to defend the big Lingbane pressure pushes that you don't even have to set up for beforehand. If you see a player going gasless now in Legs to the Void, most maps you can just transition very easily into Ling push or a Lingbane push.
Yeah, so it's very, very difficult to hold. A lot of times you have to throw down a spine and your queens have to get on the ramp. It has to be the right kind of map. I think in the Heart of the Swarm it was a lot easier to open gasless and just sort of wall off in that old Spanishiwa style of yesteryear.
Yeah. Do you think you should do it on these in-base natural maps like Dust Towers and Orbital? Maybe if you went like a fast creep tumor and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've seen Violet do it in ZvZ quite a bit. He likes, actually, like you said, he does like to open gasless in certain maps. I think the Orbital Command and Dust Towers are probably pretty good for that. As long as you don't even need the creep tumor, really. As long as you can just get your queens to that ramp, you're going to be in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, speaking of, Queens of the Ramp forming a very, very nice block against these Zerglings. There's a couple Banelings up behind us. PandaBearMe is committing very, very heavily to this. He really wants this to happen. And,
nice pullback.
To get one queen, which is good.
That was some really nice micro from PandaBearMe. Just left two. I love that. It's a very simple technique. When you pull back, just leave a couple behind, and sometimes their Banelings are going to detonate if they're not absolutely on top of their micro. WarreN, however, was on top of the micro, so...
Yeah, there wasn't any good option for WarreN there. He either trades a Baneling inefficiently or he loses a queen. And that's all down to PandaBearMe's sick micro plays. Now, though, it's him on the defensive with WarreN running these lings across the map. There's a Baneling trailing, waddling along halfway across the map behind it.
Baneling's morphing in now.
That was close, but
it's about half. Not cost efficient just yet. You do need 5 for cost efficiency for Baneling trades. It is the magic number. We do have Roaches already out, so nice quick transition here from PandaBearMe, and no Roach WarreN in sight from WarreN, oddly enough. Instead, we've got a Spire.
Yeah, going to be pretty interesting. It's their first major build over, and of course, with this much money invested into tech by WarreN, he's gonna have a slightly hard time holding this little Roach Bane push out of PandaBearMe. He does have a couple of Spine Crawlers coming down to help him, but with no creep and nothing around this hatchery, at the third location, he might have a lot of difficulty holding it down here on the low ground.
For a sec, what are these banelings doing? Oh my god. Very, very difficult. The banelings, so many, 8 banelings it looks like, and 5 more morphing in. It's going to be really tough to get this to happen. He just needs 2 banelings. One of the banelings on the
Oh!
Almost down the road. That's the problem of dealing with its compositional disadvantage. Oh god, it's so frightening. He's such a banelings there. He needs to kill. Oh my god, he's just got so many things to go before he can truly. This is such a difficult position for WarreN to be in right now.
Yeah, and he's lost so much. The Bangs absolutely crashed through anything they get their hands on. Really good use of the Bangs there by PandaBearMe as well. Leaving them until the last second, like not like just running them into spines or queens or whatever he could, using them to zone out the lanes and making sure they couldn't actually really participate in the fight while the WarreN just chipped away at range, and WarreN messed up. GG. 0. It is.
Invasion Esports, PandaBearMe.
And his opponent doing a double extractor trick. It is the Pink Zerg. He is
Storm Gaming, WarreN.
quick PSA for all you Zerg buddies out there. If you build the Overlord on 14 and then do the extractor trick, it will prevent you from having 3 idle larvae in your hatchery, which stalls your larva production that naturally comes out of your hatchery. If you do a double extractor trick, you lose minerals. You get the worker out slightly faster, but the minerals that you gain are much less than the minerals that you lose. So single extractor trick is the most efficient way to do it. Mathematical sense.
However, double extractor trick makes you feel pretty cool.
It does. It does. If you can pull it off. Maybe even put them on a hotkey or something so they both like cancel at the exact same time. You're like,
nice.
Yeah,
I used a double extractor trick build in the Legs of the Void beta and always felt super cool cancelling them both, sending both the drones to one middle patch and then selecting the one that was close to the other end and sending it to the middle patch at the other end. So they both started moving and then I redirected the other one. Oh, it's brilliant. It was like wall flashbacks of work expecting all over again.
Yeah, absolute. The epitome of worker splitting mastery. Really right there. If you can do the double extractor trick, there's nowhere to go from there. That's your ceiling. You're like, all right, I've arrived. Here I am. Micro-aware of extractors.
Forget top 3 control. This is top 1.
Yeah, top one straight to the top. Yeah.
Yeah, so again, a relatively slow start to the game. Surprising for a ZvZ as well.
Yeah, both players not pulling that trigger, not getting too intense with the aggression. Just sending their scoutinglings across. They're going to fight each other a bit. Ooh, bit of cute micro. Puts PandaBearMe in the lead here.
Yeah, nothing too bad though. That last extra hit that PandaBearMe managed to get off on WarreN Zergling could well come into play if it tries to go in for a scout. With the queen on the ramp, it's going to be very, very difficult to get past that. And wow, PandaBearMe even go for really fast third base. That
gets scouted immediately. Wow. So we have been talking about the difficulty of taking bases, and PandaBearMe says, well, it's difficult to take my base, so I'm just going to take it so early. My opponent has no units, and I really hope that that works out. Well, PandaBearMe,
looks like it.
I have a feeling that there's going to be an attack at your third. It's just it's just this emotional gut reaction, like, ooh, attack at the third probably will happen.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like.
Whoa.
I don't know what WarreN's going up for.
Is he going 2-base Muta? Didn't he go 2-base Muta last game?
Oh, yeah, he might be. I wasn't sure because he didn't have to take gas at the natural, but they're coming down right now.
Yeah, both are coming down. Spinecrawler too. Spinecrawler a lot of times is the giveaway. If you're running in to your opponent's base and you see a Spinecrawler, it's like, oh, okay. But if you see like 3, whoa.
Oh man.
You're in Bronze League and you see 20, oh yeah. They're going Mutus. Build your spores, man.
PandaBearMe probably has a good idea about this. And actually, PandaBearMe, having gone for the fast third, is the one being really aggressive right now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's basically just using it for larva. He's not even getting any income out of it right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to do it. Just macro third base, and you can defend it with all the units you're going to use to all in. Oh, that's not a good trade for that main lane. Yeah, Spy comes down for WarreN, but first he actually had to survive through his onslaught. This is the point at which he died last game, but this game he looks a little bit more prepared. He hasn't lost any units attacking across the map. These two banelings, though, are going to go down without getting too much damage. That will do by a little time for WarreN. That Spire clock is ticking.
And that's what it's all about right now. Oh, there we go. The 2 more spines. If he didn't know it before, he certainly knows it now.
Mm-hmm. Croach is coming down. WarreN's had to invest a lot of the gas he was saving for those Mutalisks into a bunch of banelings, and this is going to really help his chance of defending. Whoa! And PandaBearMe.
What a mind game.
Yeah.
Takes fast 3 base, gets scouted. Roach Bane stops building drones like immediately. He's at 33 drones right now. That's not even 2 base economy.
Yeah, and he's pushing in here with the roaches. WarreN has so little. The Spire's about to finish, but he's only going to be able to afford a handful of Mutalisks, and the roaches look like are going to get pushed off. These banelings, though, they're not sure where to go, but they get a good hit on the lings, and the roaches
nice for WarreN there. That was pretty good. 3 Mutalisks coming out.
Not so nice.
That's because he's larva starved. He could have built more with the money that he had, but he had no larva. So
if only his build, if only his opening was slightly more larva efficient, maybe he'd have that extra Mutalisk.
Somehow he just had 1 more larva. I don't know, by changing the way he does his extractor trick, perhaps.
But, that's a good position for the Zerglings fighting in the choke, so the Zerglings can't use their numbers advantage. And they're going to trade basically as efficiently as they can there. And on the other side, get a nice surround. 11, 14, 15 drones come down in the natural. The drone just too few to do anything. And WarreN's getting slaughtered here.
It's just a numbers game. Yeah. Sure, you have the advantage, but too much stuff. PandaBearMe, quick 2-0.
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to support the ASL by hitting the button now.